Hey, and welcome to this episode of Matched Betting Uncovered, brought to you by ProfitDuel.
So today we're definitely stepping past the beginner zone.
Yeah, this is for after you've done the initial work.
Exactly. If you've already completed those big, flashy sign-up offers, the welcome bonuses that first got you into matched betting, you've basically done the sprint. Now we're talking about the marathon.
That is a perfect way to put it. The sign-up offers are the gateway, right? They give you that first big influx of capital and, honestly, the confidence to see that this really works. But here's the reality. For anyone looking to build a true, resilient side hustle, the profit from those welcome bonuses, it's finite. It runs out.
It has to.
So the real key to consistent ongoing income isn't attracting new users. It's leveraging the offers designed to keep the existing ones. And we are talking about reload offers.
Exactly. So our mission today is really to unpack this long-term strategy. We need to define exactly what these reload offers are, maybe understand the psychology behind why sportsbooks use them so much.
Right, why they give them out constantly.
And then, most crucially, detail the matched betting strategies that convert these continuous incentives into a dependable, risk-free stream of monthly cash.
Okay, let's unpack this because I think understanding the intent behind the offer is everything. We need to distinguish clearly between the two main types of promotions a sportsbook runs.
Well, fundamentally, they're trying to do two things: attract new customers and keep the ones they already have.
Simple as that.
The welcome or sign-up offers are focused, entirely on attraction. They're generally the highest value, but they are a one-time transaction. They just get you in the door.
But once you're an existing customer, and that's where most of you listening should be, the strategy shifts completely to retention.
And that's where reload offers shine. These incentives are specifically designed to encourage you to keep your bankroll active with that particular sportsbook rather than, moving your action to a competitor.
What's fascinating is how varied they are. Reloads aren't just a generic deposit bonus anymore.
No, they're constant, and they come in so many forms, all tailored to keep you engaged. This includes things like bonus bets, deposit matches, and even no-sweat bets.
Okay, hold on. Let's nail down what a no-sweat bet is because that's a really common one, and the name sounds a little deceptive if you don't know the mechanics.
It's very smart language, yeah. A no-sweat bet just means if you lose your qualifying wager, the sportsbook returns your stake to you. But, and this is the key part, not as withdrawable cash.
So it comes back as a bonus bet credit.
As a bonus bet credit, exactly. It's a second chance. For us matched bettors, this is fantastic because we treat that initial no-sweat offer as a traditional qualifying bet. But our potential loss is tiny because we know, mathematically, we'll either win the bet at the sportsbook or we'll get a highly convertible bonus bet back.
And sometimes they get hyper-specific, don't they? Like the Bet365 NFL early payout offer, that's a perfect case study in retention.
Oh, that's a classic. You get paid out as a winner if the team you back leads by 17 points at any stage.
Even if they completely collapse and lose the game later on.
Right, and that is pure engagement marketing. They're rewarding loyalty and incentivizing you to watch the games early. But when we apply matched betting to these specific creative offers, we turn their retention strategy into our profit opportunity.
So if you're serious about this side hustle, these offers are coming out how often?
Regularly, often daily. Capturing them is absolutely essential for building any kind of significant, dependable monthly income.
Daily opportunities. That sounds like a lot to manage, which I guess brings us to the logistics. How do you access and qualify for these reloads? You can't just passively wait for them to appear.
No, and this is where discipline comes in. The single most crucial step, and a lot of people overlook this, is communication management. You have to ensure you're set to receive marketing communications from every single sportsbook you use.
So that means checking the boxes for email, SMS, push notifications, everything.
Everything. You have to actively sign up for their marketing lists. Because the offers are targeted, they often won't even appear on the generic promotions page until they know you're receptive.
So you need to be checking your inbox and the promotions tab on the site religiously, like once or twice a day. It's your treasure hunt.
It is, exactly. And once you find an offer, there's always a trigger. Reload offers are almost universally unlocked by placing a qualifying initial wager.
A bet that meets specific criteria, like minimum odds or stake.
Yep, and it's just the necessary step to trigger the subsequent more profitable bonus.
So it's a structured path. Place a small qualifying bet to earn the valuable bonus credit. And these aren't just for the NFL or huge events, are they?
Not at all. And that's the beauty of them. The sheer range of availability is what makes it so consistent. They're constantly cycling through sports, football, basketball, hockey, tennis, even niche events. This consistency ensures there's almost always a new opportunity waiting for you.
Which allows for nonstop, consistent activity throughout the month.
That's the goal.
Okay, now we have to address the big question for the listener. Why go through this whole matched betting process when the sportsbook is handing out promotions anyway? Why not just use them traditionally?
It all comes down to risk and value extraction. I mean, if you use a bonus bet with traditional sports betting, you are still totally exposed to volatility. You might win, you might lose.
And even if the sportsbook gives you the stake, you only keep the winnings, not the stake itself.
Right. So if you lose, the value of that bonus is just gone, wasted.
And that's what we avoid. The matched betting solution is mathematically precise. We completely eliminate the risk factor by using a hedge bet, banking a profit no matter what happens in the game.
We extract the maximum possible cash value from that non-withdrawable bonus credit.
So this brings up an important point about who this is for. We should really reiterate this.
Yes, these reloads are strictly for existing customers. You must have already completed your welcome bonuses and have a full working grasp of the matched betting process.
The sportsbooks aren't offering a $50 reload to someone who just signed up yesterday.
Absolutely not. So that foundational knowledge is non-negotiable. You have to be through that beginner phase.
Okay, so once you are qualified, the specific strategy depends on the type of offer, but we can really focus on the two main high-profit ones, bet and get offers and boosts.
Let's start with the workhorse, bet and get reloads. This is the most common one. It's typically where you bet a certain amount, say, bet $25, and then you receive a fixed bonus bet credit, maybe $25 or $50 in return.
Okay, so walk us through the mechanics of that. Focus on how we handle that first qualifying bet differently.
Yeah.
Because that's the key to making it risk-free.
Step 1 is the qualifying bet. You find an event where the odds between the sportsbook and the exchange where you're hedging are really, really close.
The closer, the better.
Exactly. You place your initial $25 bet at the sportsbook to trigger the offer, and then, crucially, you immediately place an opposing hedge bet at an exchange to cover all the outcomes.
And the goal here isn't to win money, right? It's just to qualify with minimal damage.
Precisely. You are aiming for a tiny qualifying loss of maybe, 3% or less. If you bet $25 and lose 75 cents in the process, that 75 cents is just the price of admission for the much more valuable bonus bet you're about to receive.
That's where you make the real money.
That's where the profit is.
Which brings us to step 2, converting the bonus. Once that $25 or $50 bonus is in your account, how do we turn that credit into real money?
You basically repeat the matching process, but this time you want to look for a selection with high odds. I'd say typically 4.0 or higher. The software finds a perfect match, you place your bonus bet at the sportsbook, and the opposing hedge bet at the exchange.
Why high odds? Explain that part, that efficiency.
It's because a bonus bet only returns the winnings, not the stake itself. So by betting on an outcome with higher odds, you ensure that if the bet wins, the winnings are substantial. And if the bet loses, the money is distributed more effectively into the exchange.
So it results in a much higher percentage conversion of that bonus credit into real withdrawable cash.
That's it. We aim for like a 75 to 80% conversion rate on the bonus value.
So if we qualified with a loss of 75 cents, but we convert a $25 bonus at 75% efficiency, we've just banked over $18 instantly. That's a powerful little transaction.
It absolutely is. And step 3 is always the same. Withdraw the net profit. That money, whether it lands back in your sportsbook account or your exchange account, is 100% yours. It's cash.
Okay, let's move on to the second type then, the boost reloads. These sound even simpler to execute, especially with the technology we have now.
They are incredibly popular and very, very straightforward. The sportsbook boosts the odds on a specific event, so maybe the odds on a team winning might jump from 2.0 to 3.0.
And these boosts can be anything from like 25% up to 100%.
And in doing so, they create a temporary market imbalance.
For the average bettor, it just looks like a great deal. But for us, we see that temporary imbalance creates an arbitrage opportunity. We can bet on those inflated odds and immediately hedge against them somewhere else.
Guaranteeing a profit.
Precisely.
This type is ideal for using dedicated software like the Boost Matcher tool, because it just eliminates all the manual calculations you'd have to do.
So walk us through the process using that software. How does it work?
So first, you head to the tool and you input the details of the promotion. You set the specific boost percentage, 25, 50, whatever the offer says. And crucially, you also need to set the max winnings limit, as most boost promos cap how much you can win.
So we're telling the software the exact parameters of the offer.
Exactly. Then you refresh the software, and it instantly returns all the applicable matches across the market, and it shows you exactly how much profit you will lock in based on your stake.
Wow.
You just choose the selection that returns the highest profit, place that boosted bet, and immediately hedge it at the required stake on another sportsbook or an exchange.
And the tech calculates that necessary hedge stake to ensure the profit is locked in no matter what happens. That makes converting these offers, almost totally mechanical.
It does. And while the sign-up offers are a great starting pool of cash, reload offers are truly the lifeline of successful matched bettors.
They provide that continuous compounding stream of opportunities.
Which is what you need to transform this from a one-off bonus conversion into a sustainable, ongoing financial strategy.
Right. If someone is consistently netting, say, $10 to $30 a day from a mix of these bet and get and boost offers, which is a very realistic target.
It is.
That compounds into significant monthly income without ever needing a new welcome bonus.
That cumulative effect is the core insight. This is what transforms the side hustle from a venture with an expiry date into an ongoing enterprise. And we should emphasize, this is not reserved for experts or math wizards.
No, not at all.
The support infrastructure, the step-by-step guides, the constantly updated lists of offers, and the precise tools, they exist solely to eliminate confusion and guesswork.
So what does this all really mean for you, the listener, who's now transitioning from that initial sprint to this long-term marathon?
Well, it means your focus shifts. It shifts from hunting those big one-time bonuses to executing small, consistent, high-probability transactions every single day.
The ability to consistently capitalize on reload offers day after day, managing your communications, and just executing these simple steps, that's what separates a successful match betting side hustle from a quick flash in the pan.
It really is.
So the provocative thought we'll leave you with is this. Given the daily availability of these offers and the simplicity of the strategy with the right tools, how frequently are you checking your offers and transforming those small, regular promotions into a dependable stream of monthly income? Because consistent effort multiplied by daily availability is where the real money is made.
That's it for this deep dive. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.